Alright, and here we are to get started with this BTS, the Summit Open Qualifier. We've got the Jhon stack versus Ayax Gaming. And they're ready to play this best of one in the round of 256. So right away, coming out is the first ban of Techies. I don't understand it, but I guess we'll find out why. Seems like a little waste of a ban to me, considering he's not really in the meta right now, or ever. It's just a pub annoyance. But we get a real ban coming out here from Jhon Stack, and that's going to be Bounty Hunter. So, taking away that track gold, the Shuriken mini stun, the Janata slow. And then we get a real ban for the first time from Ayax Gaming. So Axe getting banned out here. He's pretty heavily banned here in 6.87, and not surprising. His counter helix has gotten quite the buff. That along with Blade Mail getting quite the buff. It is a hero you really want to stay away from. And then coming up next is the ban of Beastmasters. So you keep away the Primal Roar, the pushing power, the scouting with the bird and boar, making an easier time for yourself, especially if you're not going to play that offlaner. So we've got Jhon on Ayax Gaming along with Skipper, Margot, boosting 5k and MSS. And on the side of the Jhon stack, 5 randoms who are playing with each other for the first time. It's Terrible, Darian, What the Fuck, Dopat, and Sub. So we'll be waiting on these first picks here. I expect to maybe see Avenge come out. Is quite the chance in this 6.87. Really popular support, but it will be an Earthshaker coming out first here. So you've got the Fissure, you've got the Echo Slam. You've got pretty good nuking damage, and we've seen a couple plays here in recent qualifiers for different tournaments where you have an Earthshaker come out along with that Tidehunter, and you really just play the cooldowns. You go in, you Ravage, you Echo Slam, and you win. So we'll see if Ayax plays that kind of strat here. But with just that first pick, it will be hard to tell. And the ever popular Lich is coming out here. He got a bit of a buff, then a nerf coming his way. But he's always good. Sacrifice, so a little bit longer now, but we'll see what he wants to do. The Chain Frost, always good. Set that up with something like a Darkseer Vacuum. But you have an Enchantress coming out here. Enchantress, another hero, is very popular. All the heroes that you'll probably see in this draft will most likely be all popular picks. We wait for this next pick from Ayax. So right now they've got a stun. They've got high damage ulti with the Echo Slam, depending on how well he plays, or whoever plays him plays. And then you've got on the other side, you've got Enchantress with the enchant, does have a slow, has high damage with the impetus. Not the tankiest of heroes. But then you've got the Lich. So you've got the Lich with the Chain Frost, which has the potential to do a lot of damage. You've got the Sacrifice that will help you out. You've got Ice Armor. You've got Frost Blast, which is a slow. So on the other side now, you've got Slark, going to be your safe lane Slark, who's probably going to pick up an Echo Saber, steal those stats as fast as possible. Going to hit a lot of damage. With the Pounce, can lock some people up. Fissure to follow, keeps them right there. And the Slark can just pounce away and kill with that Dark Pack, doing a bit more damage. A good farming carry, and overall one of those top tier carries there as well. So Batrider getting banned out here, another offlaner gets banned out. But we have seen Batrider in the carry role. Won't be on Ayax if it were have to gotten through. Not sure if that sentence was structured correctly, but whatever. So right now you've got your carry, you've got your support on the side of Ayax. Unless they play that Earthshaker in the 3-spot off lane, I don't think it will be, but it's always a possibility. They're going to ban out the lone Druid, so Enchantress jungling is a huge possibility here for the side of the Jhon stack, and then the Lich going to be a support. So you need your mid, you need your carry, and you need your offlaner for the side of Jhon. So they're going to ban out the lone druid here, and the Nature's Prophet gets banned out by the Jhon stack here next. So pretty good right now for both sides. You can see a couple supports maybe coming out. A Witch Doctor is always a huge support here. But with the Lich, I doubt they'll pick up the Witch Doctor on the side of the Jhon stack. But Ayax only has an Earthshaker here, so they might go dual supports here. No jungle. Pick yourself up a Witch Doctor. Get yourself some more stun. Another high damage ult. We'll see how they want to play it. So Invoker gets banned out here from Ayax. Not going to have the mid-Invoker that is ever so popular. And we'll see now what Jhon stack wants to do. Want to be able to lock down that Slark quickly. And there it is. It's a Lion pick. Lion very popular as a support right now. Has the Hex, has the stun. A lot of lockdown for a Slark that they need to have. You know, you get that stun in, or you get the Hex in first, you get the stun in, you finger, and then your team follows up. It could be a couple pickoffs on the side of Jhon stack to get this Slark. Still very hard once Slark hits level 6. But it does give him the opportunity, and with the Frost Blast from Lich, that's a slow, so they'll be able to kind of keep him there. But now it's only the stun from Lion right now, unless Enchantress does have the net or a Centaur to get the stomp, but it's also got to line up correctly for both Lion and Enchantress. So now you're right now relying on only the stun and Hex of Lion pretty much for pickoffs, and you need a mid and a safe lane carry. So maybe they go with something like a Sven, which has the stun, and once he gets his blink, we'll be able to initiate just like the Lion once he gets that blink. And that's 2 initiations there. You've got the blink stun from Lion, blink stun from Sven, and that could add up to a lot here for the Jhon stack and make it a little hard for this Slark to stay out too far. So Dazzle gets picked out here. So both teams are running 2 supports. Dazzle going to have his slow, his shallow grave, and the weave, which will be good for team fights. So Dazzle not exactly that strong. He's got to hit those shallow graves. I forget what game it was, but it was during the Manila Majors qualifier, I think the main qualifier, where the Dazzle who was in could not hit the shallow grave, and as such his team just died, and he ended up shallow graving himself after everybody was dead trying to get away, and failed miserably. So hopefully we get a Dazzle a little better than that. Wait for these 4th picks here. I would like to see a Sven come out here for Jhon stack. They do pick up the Tiny. That's Avalanche now, and the Toss. So you toss the Lion, Hex Stun, or you toss a Lich into the team, and he gets down that Chain Frost. It's always a big possibility for some good damage there from the side of Jhon stack. And that Tiny's going to be going most likely in the mid lane, depending on their last pick. It could be a Sven still to come, and you know, you'd have the Sven going the carry role, Tiny in that mid role, Enchantress in that off lane role with Lion and Lich as your supports. Although you could pick an off laner and no, not an off laner. Could have Enchantress go off lane instead of going in the jungle, which probably will happen. Tiny in the safe lane and pick a mid here, maybe a Quap. But the Bristleback gets picked up on IX Gaming, so Bristleback off lane confirmed, and Slark in the safe lane. So they're still looking for a mid. Both teams looking for a mid here. Unless the Tiny does end up going mid, then one team looking for a mid and one team looking for a carry. So they ban out the Zeus. Pretty good ban there. You don't really want to be up against Zeus and the possible high damage ulti after a while. And now you've got some mids to be able to get picked up. You think about maybe a TA. Maybe a Quap comes into the mix. And this last ban is going to be an Alchemist, so no mid getting banned there from the side of Ayax, so they believe that Tiny will go mid, as I do as well. And now it's their turn to pick a mid, and we'll see what they end up going with.
Wind Ranger at your
And they go with the Windrunner, and so now you've got the Shackle Shot, the Power Shot, and you've got the pushing potential from the ult. So it's not too bad. The slow from Bristleback, the Snot Goo, could help the Windrunner get a couple hits in and get the Slark the potential to come in with a pounce. The Fissure is there as well. The slow from Dazzle. So they've got a pretty good team here. And we'll see what Jhon Stack wanted to do to counter this Windrunner pick. And they go Magnus. So it will be a Tiny in the carry lane, Magnus in the mid lane, Enchantress on the off lane, and Witch and Lion as your support. So Jitem on that Dazzle. Terrible on the Tiny. Darian on the Lion. WTF on the Lich. Dopat on the Magnus. Margot on the Windrunner. We're just waiting for everybody to pick here. So it's going to be Enchantress, Lich, Lion, Tiny, Magnus against Earthshaker, Slark, Dazzle, Bristleback, Windrunner. So if this game does go late, I think it's in favor of Ayax Gaming. But early on, Magnus with that RP into Tiny could be quite difficult for Ayax to handle. And that does come in pretty early on. Sub will be on the Enchantress. Darian on the Lion again. WTF on the Lich. Terrible on the Tiny. Terrible Tiny. And Dopat on the Magnus. On the opposite side, we've got Jitem again on that Dazzle. MSS on the Slark. Margot on the Windrunner. Skipper on the Earthshaker. And last, we have boosting on the Bristleback. Almost forgotten. Yeah, it just happened. So everybody's in. We're all ready to go. The first game of the day, round of 256 for this Beyond the Summit 5 qualifier. So Smoke is here from the Earthshaker. We'll see if they use it early on to get around into the opponent's jungle, but it looks like everybody's just going to be splitting up for the time being. Maybe they'll smoke up once they get to around the second tower or that tier 1 just to get in. They don't want to use it too early. It'll run out too quickly, and they'll have a problem with it. But the smoke is there with a Mango, Tangos, Salve, and Clarities. And then for MSS, we've got the Stout, Shield, Tango, Ring of Defense, and Salve. So 3 are here in the jungle. It's Darian, Dope Hat, and over here is Terrible Tiny, who will spot out the Earthshaker, Slark, and Bristleback, and he's just going to have to back up. And now Darian's going to be here. He does have the stun, maybe trying to, get this stun out. Bait this stun from the Earthshaker, who is thinking about it. Now the Lich is here, and now we look. Maybe Skipper in a bit of trouble, but now MSS follows up. Doesn't have anything quite yet. Now Bristleback is there. We're going to look. Maybe somebody goes on MSS, but it is Dopak getting slowed up. Everybody here now from both sides, and we might have a fight. The stun comes out on 2, followed up by the Avalanche. MSS just pounces away. The Skewer is going to miss from Dopak, but now it looks like boosting is going to be going down here. First blood going on the Tiny, and Skip is going to have to run away. So quickly we get first blood coming out for the side of the Jhon stack. Some gold split up by all 5, 130 gold, so everybody gets a tiny boost. It will be Turbo and Darien against this off-lane Earthshaker. MSS is going to be up top with Jhon on the Dazzle. So it might just be that Skipper is taking some experience and some farm while Bristleback comes in, and that should be the case as he's coming down here right now. And then in the mid lane, you've got Margot on the Windrunner and Dopat on the Magnus. And WTF is splitting blows with Jhon, so he's got to be a little bit careful here. Sub will be here in the off lane, so they're going dual off lane against this dual safe lane, and looks to be the same on both sides. Now boosting it to try and bring Darien low, but he's only going to slow him once and walk away. So MSS is going to have to deal with that Frost Blast coming in every so often, and Jhon going to have the heal of the Shadow Wave, and they're going to try and keep MSS alive as long as possible. But with that Frost Blast coming in from WTF, now not too often, because Sacrifice is on a minute cooldown, but coming in enough where MSS might have a problem. So coming in is Skipper. They're going to try and get Dopat, who is really low, sitting at about 190 health. They only really need to get a fissure off. Windrunner should be able to finish it once he hits it. Dopat still needs to move up, and he does have a salve coming his way, so they really need to make the move fast or hit him while this salve is going to be on. And the Shackle Shot comes out, misses. Now the Power Shot hits, and he's sitting at 151, and the salve is actually going to be taken out right away, and he'll have to go back. So that's free farm now and free experience going the way of this Windrunner. And this Magnus is going to be pretty far behind by the time he gets back. So the TP back in, the Shockwave forward. Now they're going to be looking for the kill again as he just comes back in a lane. Skipper looking for the fissure. Margot a little too low for me to really think that they're going to go on this. And he'll back up with a pair of boots on the way, an empty bottle, and
I don't think so.
Skipper will TP top and smoke up. So the smoke finally getting used. Maybe they look for a kill on WTF or Sub. But they're pretty pushed back right now, and I'm not sure they have the opportunity right at this moment. So actually going down is WTF. He goes down to Margot. And I missed it because I thought the Bristleback was going to go down. But excuses, excuses. So Earthshaker is still here. They get the Frost Blast onto Jhon. So Dark Pack comes out. Now MSS moving forward. Skipper looking for the fissure. Ooh, still not using it. Looked like he was going to throw it 2 or 3 times there, and he just doesn't. He might have gotten the kill on Sub had he hit it in the right spot. But he's going to continue to wait, continue to hide in these trees, and wait for this team to move forward as they do. Now he's still there looking for the fissure and still refuses to throw it. He's getting pinged out here. Might have been spotted by WTF for a split second to know that now they have to move back and they know he's here. And he is getting pinged out a lot, so they definitely know. So no stacks here for either team. Dopat, we take a look. He's 14-5, but the Windrunner 25-9 at level 6. They're both level 6 at the moment, so the Magnus Dopat does have a chance to set something up. We'll see if he really wants to, and if he moves from his lane, they might be able to pick off this Bristleback. So the Poison Touch again comes out on WTF. Now double damage in the bottle of Dopat, and Margot will be here. Maybe Dopat brings that double damage and the RP up top. Actually just activates it now, and he'll be moving in on mid lane. So the winner of this goes on to the round of 128 against Not Today. We'll see. Not Today performing pretty well in recent days. We'll check them out, see how their performance is. CMSS has taken a lot of abuse, but he's healing up way too fast for him to care. He's got the Dazzle with the Shallow Grave just in case, and he really can just farm away. Not much stopping him. So Jhon going to take a couple hits here. He's sitting at 450 health. Safe for the time being. But now him and Skipper are going to be moving towards this mid lane. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, that's another kill I miss as boosting goes down to the line. Coming out behind is Jhon and Skipper. They place a pretty deep ward here to grant them vision. And now the Enchantress is going to be coming back towards the secret shop. Jhon going to find him, throws the Poison Touch. Now Skipper trying to hit him, but Untouchable's really stopping him. Skipper's going to be in a bit of trouble here as he's going to get enchanted. He's slowed up. He's going to try and hit away. Throws the Fissure. Just needs one more. He's running away even further. Gets saved now by the Shallow Grave and the Fissure pinching them in. He'll survive with just a touch of health. Nobody dies for their troubles. So the Shockwave was thrown by Dopat, but didn't really grab anything. Just misses on the Shallow Graved Earthshaker, but that's about it. And the rotations did come here from Darian, but Terrible staying down low. He's 41-13, has 1,300 gold. He's doing okay here. He leads the top of the last hits denies. We'll move that over to the net worth. It's about that time. Now boosting in a bit of trouble again here. He's going to get stunned up. Now his mana is going to be taken. Avoids the avalanche. So they're going to hex him up and let him leave, and that'll be that. Jhon in a bit of trouble. He's getting really low. He doesn't have Shallow Grave. Not enough mana, and they might find MSS here. Now they're going to follow through. Throws the Impetus. Just needs one more. He does have Pounce if he really needs to get away. But an easy kill there on Jhon, and Sub going to grab himself some more gold. Starts with an early point booster, so they're probably going to be rushing that Ags. Smoke here on Lich. Not going to be using it just yet. He is level 6, so Chain Frost available. Along with that RP is going to be a deadly combo. Boosting has to be careful. Only has the Shoelace and Boots. 26-0, not too bad, but he has died twice, and that's holding him back. Trying to throw those bristles as much as he can, but only sitting with 180 health, he could get stunned up, and all his mana could be taken away quite quickly from Darian. So MSS is here on that top rune. Gonna grab the bounty. Dopat gonna have to go back into lane, and Skipper is here. Meanwhile, it is the Windrunner who is healing up and TPing back. So now they might find WTF, but he'll be okay. Walk his way out, and nope. Darian might be the one who's in trouble here. Has the double damage. Here comes Terrible. Now they're going to get the toss stun combo. Boosting is going to be going in on him, and the shackle does come out on Terrible. Now the stun follows on Margot. WTF is here. Gets the Frost Blast, and there's the Chain Frost, but not going to be enough here. This boosting is going to get away. Now WTF going to get shackled to Darian. One more hit. That's the fissure to follow, and it's actually going to be Skipper getting the kill. Margot and Skipper going to hit away on Terrible Tiny, and he's going to go down too. So he comes back into the fight, and he will pay for it with his life. That's 2 kills going the way of Ayax Gaming. So 824 gold going their way, and they're going to start to push forward on the net worth. Not exactly what the Jhon stack was looking for, but they regroup and try to start again. The shackle shot's really coming in there on the clutch for this Windrunner. So Sub will be pushing this lane. 34 and 5, doing pretty well. Has a kill to his own. Jhon and Skipper are pretty deep in this jungle. No wards to see them at the moment. They might be going towards mid, looking for someone. WTF is there. So deep ward placed and poison touch thrown. And we'll just run away. Now Darian is here. He's going to X him up now. Looking for that stun to follow up. Just going to hit boosting. So 3 are here. Darian in trouble. Finger thrown on Skipper. He's going to get shallow graved here. Here comes the skewer. Here comes the 3-man RP. So pretty good there, but the weave comes out from Jhon. They're going to continue to push on Darian, who's looking pretty low as the weave's on him. He's going to be taken out pretty quickly. Now it looks like Jhon's going to be taken out too. Boosting going to have to run away, and it will be Margot who's going to follow up. Maybe look for something. Uses Wind Run. Shackle is going to shackle onto this tree right here. But WTF will find his way out. Now Terrible is here too. And we'll just move back. And boosting. 2 deep wards now in the jungle of Jhon stack. So it was a good RP, not too much to follow it up though. And maybe what we're gonna see is Darian getting Ags eventually in this game. With that RP, could be a deadly combo, but it really depends on if he gets the Ags or not, and that would be way down the line. So we take a look at Sub, who's still just sitting here with the point booster and power treads. Farming pretty well, but still behind. Looking for the Windrunner here. Shackle shot thrown. Not going to connect to anything. Dopat thinking about it, but now he's going to get poison touch. Jhon going to be in trouble. He's going to shallow grave. It's going to be a chain frost thrown his way. Jhon is going to be hit up hard. He's going to get taken around along with Skipper. Now boosting is here. Going to try and bring down Terrible, who is weaved up. Going to toss him back to his side of the river. Say, nope. You ain't getting me tonight. Now the blink forward with the avalanche toss. Dopat is here with the shockwave, and gonna be a frost blast from WTF to take him out. Dopat gonna eat a couple of shots here. Power shot. He really needs to get back, as there's the shackle. Oop, just blinks out. So blink here on Dopat. Oh god, MSS finds him and gets the kill. Gonna go in with that pounce and Dark Pact and grab himself an easy Magnus. So both the Tiny and the Magnus have their blink daggers here. Darian might be looking for his too, but it's quite the ways off. So not level 6 yet is Skipper, who will be fissured here, but really not doing much to him, and he'll just continue to farm. Why not? So Darien is here, has the finger. Maybe looking for a kill here. It is Terrible and Dopat, so both the blinks are available if they look for it. Now it's the toss. The Avalanche hits him. The RP to follow. Jtem and Boosting going to be in a bit of trouble. They're pushed back towards tower. Jtem is going to go down. There's the finger on Boosting, and they take them both out. So an easy pickoff there for the Jhon stack, taking both the Dazzle and the Bristleback out. And they carry on their way and grab themselves about 1,100 net worth. So now it looks like Avalanche, who's doing a really good job there with the blink. What did I say, the Avalanche? No, the Tiny doing a pretty good job with the blink Avalanche and the toss. He's really hitting hard, and now he's got an Oblivion Staff. An interesting pickup here from the Tiny. We'll see what he wants to do with that. Probably going to be turned into the Echo Saber. So now Boosting a little far forward. He's going to get tossed up. Sub is there. He's going to use Nature's Attendance to keep himself alive. Now we take a look. Jtem low once more. Now they use the Chain Frost. Going to fly into some creeps. Going to move back. Not going to go the way they want it. But the Shockwave will finish the job, and they do take out Jtem. And meanwhile, down low, the Tiny takes out the Bristleback. So they grab themselves 2 more kills. MSS, he's gonna Dark Pack now in a whole bunch of trouble. Hexed up there, but it will just get taken off. The Dark Pack there long enough. Now the Shackle hits on WTF, not gonna connect to anything. Stunned up is Margot. Now Dopak gonna have to try and do something. They're trying to take away as much mana as they can, so he can't find his way out, but he'll walk away. Power Shot flies, hits Darien, and that'll be that. Now MSS blinks in. Dark Pack looking for a WTF, pounces to avoid that stun from Darien. And there's the Echo Saber, which is an okay item on Tiny. He's got slow attack speed, so hitting twice every so often is not the worst thing in the world. And then once he starts getting that attack speed, it'll probably be less useful, but still at the same time, hitting twice for 225 is a lot. That's a lot of damage. So Terrible gonna walk into Margot and Skipper. He's gonna need some rotations. Blinks away, avoids the fissure. And that engagement will be all but over. Smoke used here, but that's gonna be under ward vision. And Skipper gonna place another deep ward and get away with it. So there's the Avalanche, the toss. Boosting gonna die to that Frost. That Frost Blast from Lich, and now 13-5. We checked the net worth, and EXP right now is 5,000. Net worth only 2,500. So not too much of a lead here for the Jhon stack, but doing what they can. Now the finger follows. There's the Hex, the Skewer. The RP gets Jtem as well, and they take out 2 more. They also deny the tower. MSS, he's just going to blink into the entire team. He's going to pounce his way out. I don't know what he was thinking. Coming in from behind that team, runs forward, pounces out, doesn't care. So now MSS is back. He's going to blink and Dark Pact. And they're just trying to say take the tower, but they do find the Avalanche and the toss, and MSS is going to fall. They really should just be taking this tower, but they're not focusing on the objective. Boosting and Skipper are here. Skipper's still not level 6, so Nature's Attendance will fly. He'll heal up faster than these guys can really hit. Now Boosting getting too far forward. The Ags is there now, and Boosting hexed up, stun, tossed, killed. So he gets taken out. Two big guys down on Ayax Gaming. And now the weave does come out on quite a bit. Jhon going to get hit up hard. Now the toss back on the Windrunner. Now Jhon, he's going to fall. It's not going to be enough with that shallow grave. Margot getting hit up. One more impetus will do it. It's just going to be the Chain Frost. And they will take him out. So 4 dead on the side of Ayax. And they're continuing to gain net worth here. Continuing to move on forward. Meanwhile, they only have 1 tower. So again, we take another look at that net worth because it's taken quite the boost here at 5,000 gold. And they take this tower and they move on. Ayax, a little sloppy play coming out from them, and it's really costing them. So there's the blink in, the dark pack, the pounce, and now the skewer from Dopat. MSS gonna have to back up, but now Terrible is there. He's gonna hit him, stun him, and destroy him. And it's that Echo Saber with the Avalanche toss that's really doing a great job for Terrible to get these pickoffs. So Jhon now in a whole heap of trouble. There it is. Terrible gonna hit him with the Avalanche along with that shockwave from Dopat. And hitting for 321 here. Terrible is no joke. Hitting for 321 twice every 5 seconds. Going for that Ags, which will do even more for him. And he'll have that double cleave come out once he gets it. And oh my god, he's got the Empower also, so that's really putting a boost onto his damage. And Jesus, this Tiny might be unstoppable now. Grab himself a BKB and that could be it. So there it is, the double hits with the cleave from the Empower, the toss, the hits, the gold. Maybe they look towards grabbing themselves a Roche. They do scan. Won't find anybody by those camps. Now Sub, he's actually going to avoid the fissure. There comes the pounce, the dark pack. Sub going to use those Nature's Attendants. The Echo Slam used. Sub still alive here. Now there's the dark pack again, running away with Nature's Attendants. He's going to try and find his way out. Now the Windrunner is going to be following up, moving his way out. Sub going to be moving back. There's the Shackle. There's the RP. It's on 3. The Skewer follows up, saving the life of Sub. Now Sub going to get stunned up. MSS doing a great job. He's going to pounce up on Dopat. But meanwhile, Sub going to grab himself a kill. The RP keeping Sub alive, but Dopat's going to fall. Now Sub trying to do all he can to survive. Still eats a power shot, eats a hit from MSS. So they grab themselves 2 kills, and it's going to be a bit of goal going their way, but it really just extended the time it took. And while that's happening, Terrible grabs himself a tower down low. And Jhon continued to keep the pressure on and keep the net worth in their favor. So 7,500 now for Jhon over Ayax. And Avalanche doing a really good job here. I keep calling him Avalanche. It's terrible. I keep calling him the ability of Tiny. Terrible. Doing a really good job here. Picks up the Ags. Now he's hitting for 238 twice every 5 seconds with the cleave. He's going to be cleaning up lanes. Have the ability to push so hard right now. And all he really needs at this point is a BKB, and if he gets that quick enough, there's nothing really Ayax can do. So, Sub, who's been staying alive a lot, getting a lot of kills and assists. 3-1 and 8 now has the Dragon Lance along with that Ag, so that impetus going to be coming your way and hitting hard. Doing really well with the farm, 81 and 11. Second on the net worth list for the Radiant side. MSS jumps in for what looked like a death. They're just a feed, and he gets blown up immediately by Terrible, who just is hitting hard. There's the smoke used. Terrible gonna see boosting, and now there's the Hex. There's the stun. Boosting getting hit up. The finger to follow. The fissure is there, but not enough. Terrible monster kill streak. He's level 16. The big bad Tiny is in town, and he doesn't plan on leaving anytime soon. Blink forward. Margot gonna avoid that. Now the shackle comes out. Does hit, but nothing to follow up. So they'll take out... Oh my god, cleaning up towers here is terrible. Drums picked up by the Magnus, who has the Blink, Arcane Boots, Drum, Bottle, Wand, TP. Sub on the other side has the Axe, Dragon Lance, TP, Power Treads, Fairy Fire, and an Ironwood Branch. WTF with the mech, looking towards that Force Staff with the Tranquils. Blink forward, stun, hit, dead. Terrible with another kill, and they're going to clean up this tower really fast again. So, 3, 2, 1, Echo Saber, tower dead. He's got the Empower on him as well, hitting over 400 here and cleaning up waves like it's his job. And that's what it is, it's his job. It don't look like he'll be fired anytime soon. MSS using that Dark Pack, gonna pounce into the trees, he'll find his way out. Meanwhile, it is terrible here. Ooh. Has 3,000 gold, farming quite well. 10, 1, and 8, 160 last hits. He's just cleaning up here. MSS trying to catch up. He's 166 and 5, has 3 deaths to his name, has an SNY coming out soon. But he's very far behind. Not very, 3,000 gold's not very, but his team as a whole is far behind. The Bristleback only 5,000 net worth, and now he's getting hit up hard. Jatem gonna have to pop that shallow grave as he just gets smacked on here by Terrible. They grab themselves another kill. Oh my god. Empower, double damage, Echo Saber. This guy can't be stopped. Blade Mail is there from boosting, but how much will that really do to Terrible if he just decides not to hit him? Terrible will eat a fissure here, mech'd up by WTF. They'll take this tier 2 Echo Saber up. Backs up, tries to heal himself up, and now they'll continue to take this tower without him. They enchant a siege creep, and they take this tower. So, blinking away from that fissure. Oh, what? Blinking away from that fissure. I'll check what that was in just a moment. I should take off the sound on that, too. I didn't expect anything with sound. Terrible. Change that before next game. Alright, let's focus back into the game. Noises. Really distracting. So, take a look at the net worth once again. It's 10,000 for Jhon Stack and about 12,000 XP. And you see just 3 guys here from the side of Ayax Gaming. Really far behind the Lich, the least farm person on Jhon Stack. And they're going to... Jhon Stack is doing really well. He's got 5,700 gold. He's bought himself a mech and a Force Staff. Really just all he needs at the moment. Terrible going for that heart, not too far away from a hit. And instead of that BKB, he'll go hard and be even more unkillable. (26-7). Jhon Stack really pushing. Oh my god. That is just... Wow. That is a lot of damage. Coming real fast at you. So they head into this Roche. Clear up this ward. Ayax will see it there. The Echo Slam only level 1, so not too much. No way of stopping this team right now. And even if they do come in, they've got Dopat on the back end for the RP. But he's going to skewer him into the Roach Pit, which will give him the Echo Slam opportunity. But nothing really more to follow. There comes the Shackle. They're going to try and clean it up. There is the Frost Blast on Margot. He's going to get hexed up, fingered up, and killed. Now boosting. He said, hey, I want to join this fight. I want to join this death train. Boosting, tossed up, hit hard. That blade mail doesn't matter. And he's going to get 4-step forward. Terrible's going to get another kill. 3 down on the side of Ayax Gaming. They will now take this Roche pretty easily. Meanwhile, while this is happening, MSS trying to farm his way back into the game with an SNY Blink Aqua, but not too much going his way right now as the rest of his team is getting cleaned up. So there it is. Terrible picks up the Aegis. If I said he was literally unkillable before, he is literally unkillable now. There is really nothing standing in his way. So, there is the Echo Saber. There goes the Creep Wave. Bye-bye. And the Siege Creep is taken with the Enchant. Oh my god, he's just cleaning up this tower. They're going to glyph it up. There's the Weave. There's the Stun. There's the Poison Touch. They really want to take out Terrible, but this would only be the first death. So, there they go. There's the Avalanche on Shitem. He's not going to pop that Shallow Grave just yet. There's the Hex. There's the Stun on Boosting. Going to get healed up just a bit. There's the Impetus flying away. Throwing it into a Blade Mail. They're still not doing anything. There's the RP on 2. They're going to skewer him right on back. And oh, there's the cleave damage. Terrible takes him out. There's WTF with the Chain Frost going to take him out. And now MSS tries to join the fight. He's going to be looking to get a couple kills, but he's really not hitting anybody too hard. He does end up taking out the Lich, but MSS, he's going to be looking for more, trying to take out Sub. He's getting hit up hard here. Might be able to pounce his way out. Uses the Shadow Blade to find his way out for the time being, but racks are already down. MSS going to heal up, has 2,500 gold. He's done a pretty good job at getting himself back into it. But like I've said time and time before, it's not just him that needs to get back into this game. It's his entire team. So there's the Fissure, the Snot coming out from Boosting. Now the Blink forward with the Dark Pack. Going to pounce on Dopat. Now the toss up, and now he's getting hit up hard. Terrible hitting away at this Blade Mail Boosting, but it's really not going to be enough as he's going to be taken out by Sub. Now MSS really still looking for that kill. He will find Dopat, but he will not survive as Sub gets a double kill here in the instant buyback. Terrible still has the Aegis, and now 4,000 gold. They've taken out Elena Rax. And Ayax sitting on their heels here as they're trying to find their way back into this game. And Moonshard going to be eaten immediately. Pick himself back up those power treads. So now the attack speed is there. The Echo Saber was to make up for it, but now he's got the attack speed with the Moonshard and has the heart to keep himself alive. The Echo Saber to hit twice, and he's hitting for 363, and he's doing that twice every 5 seconds. I mean, we take a look at Dazzle, not his entire health pool, but I mean, it's half of it. It's a big chunk of Earthshaker's health pool. MSS moving way forward here. Avalanche is going to miss. WTF getting hit up hard by MSS. He's going to get tossed up, trying to delay his life. Now he's hexed up. Now he's stunned up. This could be a dieback. There's the finger. One more hit. They do grab it. And down for 100 seconds. GG, well played. MSS calls it. And Ayax is taken out. And now it will be Jhon Stack moving forward to fight Not Today. And hope for a win. So we'll be back with that. If you guys are watching in-game, we're here on Twitch, twitch.tv/gamingforgelt. That's Gaming, the number 4, GELT, Gaming for Gelt, twitch.tv/gamingforgelt. We'll be back with Jhon Stack versus Not Today really soon.